Hello and Assalamualaikum everybody. So we are from Group 2. This is our project proposal for our product is automatic Faucet timer with door control system.
So, for the project background, as we all know, COVID 19 is a serious danger that is spreading very fast among humans and kills a lot of people every day around the world. There are many ways to prevent the spread of this virus, and one of the most effective ways is by washing hands using soap. But unfortunately, the traditional way of washing hands using normal faucet is not working anymore because you may touch a surface that was touched already by coronavirus carrier. The hands of coronavirus carrier uh, could be contaminated, and when you touch that surface, you may get infected, as the virus could last from several hours to many days on that surface, depending on the environmental conditions. To solve this problem, I and my group came up with a solution which is an automatic faucet with touchless soap dispenser and automatic paper towel roll. We tried to make this project as simple as we can and cheap. We used the Arduino Uno with some sensors and some tools, and we will explain this later.
I will present about the product motivation, which we will discuss about the current problem and limitation of the existing applications. So basically, the existing product is the touchless faucet with the door control system. So this is a good idea which will be very useful during this pandemic because it will prevent or lessen the spread of coronavirus. But here we find few problems or limitations from this existing product which we will discuss later. The first problem is the message from the screen. In the existing product, it will show how long we need to wash our hands, which means it will show the 20 seconds on the LCD screen. So the problem here, some people, they may not notice this message while washing their hands. And for older people, they maybe can't see it because they have problem with their eyes. For children, they maybe don't understand the message from the screen. So in this case, they might wash their hands in a rush, which means they didn't wash their hands cleanly within 20 seconds. So the second problem is hand washing soap dispenser. So from the existing product, it only have a touchless faucet, which means only water will come out from the tap. But for the hand washing soap, the users or we need to pump it by ourselves, which means we need to pump the soap from its container directly by using our hands. So this still will cause the spread of coronavirus which means that the virus can spread through touch when we pump the soap. The next problem is the slippery floor. So once we finish wash our hands, so our hands will become wet and the water drops from our hands will make the floor to get wet and slippery as well. So this is unhygienic and will cause people, especially children, to slip and injure themselves. This is very dangerous if we didn't pay attention on these small details. So in order to overcome all these limitations and problems from the existing product, we need to do some innovation or improvement, which we will discuss later in the product objective.
I'm going to talk about our project objective. So our project, the objective is the first one to limit our hands from touching surfaces that could be contaminated, because the World Health Organization states that hands are the main pathway of germ transmission, and because our project is automatically operated, so this can prevent ways of germ transmission because contaminated surface can last for hours or days depending on their environmental factors like humidity or the type of material itself. The second one is to maintain hand hygiene. It is recommended to wash our hands for at least 20 seconds to ensure full coverage. So why 20 seconds? Because 20 seconds it allows enough time for the soap molecule to do their job to clean our hands thoroughly. And the last one is to prevent slippery. So our project competes with an automatic paper towel. So they can wipe their hands after washing. So this can reduce or there will be less water droplets to the floor. So there will be no incident like slippery. Next for project scope. So for target technology, our project or prototype is fully automatically operated and this includes with an automatic faucet, the timer for us to calculate the 20-second duration of washing time, the paper towel, and since our project name is automatic faucet timer with door control system, so we will be putting a sensor in front of the door. So after we washing our hands, we put our hands in front of the sensor, so the door will be open 90 degrees. But if we didn't wash our hands before entering, there will be an LCD that said to wash our hands first. So by hook or by crook, we have to wash our hands first before entering the area. And that target area is public places, mostly places that are closed and have lots of people, like malls, office, schools, or any other public areas. So, for example, like an officer, before the entering an actual meeting, before the attending an actual meeting, we will put our prototype in front of the door before the entering the meeting. So in this way, they will reduce the germ transmission within that area, or in this example, the meeting room. So that's all from me. Thank you.
The flowchart of our project. Actually, the main reason of designing this specific kind of project is to minimize the danger of COVID-19. And one of the most effective ways to stop the spread of this virus is by washing hands using soap. So we decided to design an automatic faucet with touchless soap dispenser. So this full automatic system will ensure that no physical contact occurs. The automatic faucet and the touchless soap dispenser mechanism is quite simple. If you want to wash your hands, you will just have to place your hand within 15 centimeters from the ultrasonic sensor. And that's gonna switch on the water pump and the water will be pumped from the container to your hand. Same process goes for the soap dispenser. Then after that, if you to dry your hands, we added a paper towel that will rotate automatically when you place your hands within 15 centimeters also. Then this whole system is connected with a door that will open after you wash your hands and place your hands in front of the IR tracking sensor. The system will ensure that you have washed your hands already before you enter the door. So the door will not be open until you wash your hand. For our project, the inputs are ultrasonic sensor for the water, ultrasonic sensor for the soap, and also the IR sensor for the door. The output is the water pump, the soap pump, the door open, and the LCD display that will display the message. We designed the electronic parts using Tinkercad platform, and after we made sure that our project is ready and fully completed, we started doing the proposal slides and the video presentation. The last step, the proposal slides and the video presentation are ready to be submitted, and that's our final project.
Today I'm going to present Gantt chart and task delegation. Gantt, I will start with the Gantt chart. Planning. The first 2 days of the first week, we set up WhatsApp group, and we have discussed about the project and the instruction of the project, the idea of the project. Also, we have talked about the videos, the two series, series one and series two. The end of first week was we were looking for ideas, so we have decided that everyone must come with some ideas, and the beginning of second week was idea discussion. We discussed the ideas, so everyone explained his or her idea. And the end of second week till the beginning of the third week was we discussed the ideas and we choose the best idea. Also, we did some innovation about the project, about the idea itself. And from the beginning of third week till the middle of the third week also was tasks discussion. We were discussing about the task and we divided the tasks. So finally, the end of third week, we prepare the slides and we present the presentation. That's all for Gantt chart. And also I will present the task delegation. Our group is 5 members. So the first one, which is my name, Khalid Ghani, I was responsible about task delegation and Gantt chart. Asim was responsible about project background and project flowchart. Sitti Hana was responsible about budgeting. Noorul Najiha was responsible about project objective and project scope. Finally, Aisha Binti Shafi'i was responsible about project motivation.
Okay, so here is our budget. As you can see here, the most of our expensive component is Arduino Uno that costs 93.17 ringgit. So it is because we choose the most popular board on the market due to its detail and documentation, wide variety project and code, and it can implement it in automation, monitoring, and Internet Eye of Things, and so on. And next, for the sensor is ultrasonic distance sensor that costs 16 ringgit per unit. So this sensor can measure the distance within 2 cm to 450 cm in the accuracy of 3 mm. And for the next sensor, IR sensor that costs 25.55 ringgit. So this sensor that we use in our product that can detect if you are already washed your hand or not, and make the servo motor that costs 14 ringgit and 18 cent to rotate to open the door. So the total up for all these components and the raw material that cost is 342.87 ringgit. And next, for the marketing, we all decided that the products in the market price is 600 ringgit, where the cost for manpower for one person is 20 ringgit. Since we are 5 members in a group, so it will cost 100 ringgit. Next, as we need to test the product a few times to ensure that the product efficiency and user friendly, so the cost for design and test is 15 ringgit. So for the net income, we will get 142.13 ringgit. So after we deduct all the costs, so that's how we get the profit margin is 23.7%. That's all. Thank you.